Hello tubers and welcome to the Piston Alignment Workshop. If you're new to the channel, thanks for joining us, and if you're already a subscriber, thanks for finding us once again today. Now, as the season's on the cusp of changing, the warmer weather's coming and the ice is defrosting, I'm gonna modify my bike, which I should have done 2 months ago really, but anyway. So I've bought a set of Oxford hot grips, so heated grips basically, for the Yami XT behind me. Now, yeah, I'm on the cusp of like the wrong time of the year to be doing this, as I said. But to be fair, I've been wanting to do this for ages, never got around to it, and it's given me a bit of enthusiasm to get out of my bike. So why not have a little bit of luxury all year round? Like if it's a little nippy, just turn them on. Don't have to put them on full steam straight away. So yeah, this is a kit. I got these from Sports Bike Shop online. Great company, always really quick, always stock great products. Oxford, obviously established company. Grips have been around for years, so nothing new there. And let's see what this kit. I've gone for the Adventure style. I believe that's the different grip variations. They do sports, cruiser, ATV, adventure, scooter, commuter, and touring. List at the bottom of the box there, but as it's a trialy bike, let's go for the adventure style. With a thick book of instructions, but it does do many languages, so that's okay. I should be alright. I don't think it's overly complicated to do this. It's very simple. You just find your battery, run some leads, pop the grips on, and away you go. But there's a book here. So, nice layout. Got a new rubbery smell. Check that out. Yeah, don't want to sniff too much, but they do smell nice. So that's your power leads, inline fused. Your grips, obviously, the control module, mounting bracket, put on your handlebars, and some little cable ties to put on, and some glue. Yeah. Oh, is that grip glue? Do you run that on your handlebars? We'll find out. We might have to read the instructions on this one. So, yeah, the bike behind me obviously is as it was. It still has its grips on. I will need to remove these. These have been wired on as well. I don't know if it was to stop them slipping around, so I need to get them off and pop these on. But they, yeah, feel nice. Assume that comes through that grip. Enough wire to do so. Anyway, however they work, let's find out, and I'll get set up, and we'll continue. Cool. Right. Just show you where I am. I've removed the tank and the seat so far, just because when my camera balances. There we go. Just because battery's on this side, it's behind the side panel. Really accessible. It's only popped on that cover anyway. But for the leads that you got to run, power lead obviously, I want to do a nice job with it. So I'm removing these things as it's easier. It's what, 2 pop-on side panels, 2 bolts on the seat, and a bolt on the tank and a pipe. So I need to take the tank off anyway because I'm suffering with a bit of a fuel tap leak at the moment. So while I got it off, I'll be doing that later. But yeah, I'm going to take these handlebar weights off. Yeah, get these wires undone or unclipped. I'm not even sure how they're attached, and then get the old ones off. Give it a good clean. I have had a brief read through the booklet. It says make sure everything's clean because you glue into your bars, which it is acceptable, and then run the bits around and then find a place to mount the control. I might put it on this this brace bar in the centre of the handlebars. Don't know yet, haven't tried. This an observation while I was there. So I've got the old grips off. I actually got them off whole as well. This wire, this locking wire that was twisted together around the underside of the grip, just got that off. And this side, because that's the bare handlebar, slid off beautifully. So I thought I'd give it a go with the throttle. It did put up more of a fight, but got a set of grips to throw on anything if I need to. So I don't like to waste stuff, so if I can get it off, then all the better. So it said clean your bars, so I've given this exposed handlebar a bit of a wire wall. No product on it, obviously. Remember, your gluing to your bars, so you don't really want to use any lubricants, especially if you want to get your grips off whole. Make sure they're thoroughly cleaned afterwards. So yeah, a little wipe on that one, and then I did a very fine sand on the plastic twist grip just to clean that off as well. So you do any debris, glue, dirt, like oil, whatever, just grime. Generally, make sure they're clean. So we've done that. It then says to dry fit the grips, which I would recommend as well, because you don't want to just go straight in with your glue and find they're wrong, incorrect place, and it or whatever the issue may be, and get them in the wrong place. So and then be stuck. So I'm going to dry this bit now. So nothing on this. This is this side. And I've not tried this yet. It is snug, but that's good. It does say that you can give the inside of these a little file if it helps. I don't think that's going to be an issue. I want them tight, and obviously we're gluing them. So you don't really want a massive gap in there, but you can see where it's just catching there. That's quite a good light there on that one. So that's that one. I'll have a little bit of a play with this, and then I see what they've done with this. I thought it was already connected to the other end. It's not. It's just linked through. So that's the controls, and then same on the throttle. Oh, throttle was even better actually. Thing is, I don't want to force them on and then them be that tight. I can't get them off because I need to put a bit of glue in it. So no, that was. I think we're going to keep them like that. When you do these, be aware of your levers because they have these. Obviously, the wire has to assemble somewhere. So your pull in on the clutch comes a lot further in. That is very true. That. So that will be at a slight dipped angle. So this is where the dry fit stage comes in. So because I don't want to put that straight up like that and then find I can't pull my clutch. So, and it does say Oxford on it. So you could probably run that parallel and your wires be tucked out the way nicely. So I'm going to have a little play with this. I'm going to make sure I'm happy with the positions and that they are secure enough. And then, yeah, I'm going to get the glue out and stick them in place. So I'll be back momentarily. So bring it back in for this bit and change the angle so you can see what I'm doing. The grips are on, so you might be able to see. It's a bit daunting with glue, because that's it then. And it goes off quick because there's this super glue, which is pressure operated in it. So yeah, as soon as it's on. So I'm starting to figure out the wiring. I've got the bracket for this control box here. I was just looking, the length of the wires, I could like wire this into my tail light almost. Pretty, they're not shy, which is good. Because obviously every bike varies, and a big adventure bike, so obviously this is only a little 350 Charlie bike from the early 90s, compared to a big GS or whatever from today, or Africa Twin, and may vary in length and height, and wherever you want to route it. Like, I've got to get down to the battery. My battery's here. So I've got the mounting bracket on the brace bar here. Firstly, whoever did this bolt up, it's just an Allen key. Just holding this centre bit on. Let me spin my bars down. Just this bit. Functionality compared with you holding on all the main stress of these mountings here. Why that had to be at about 200 Newton meters, I have no idea. So yes, that was a bit tight. But now I'm going here because it's kind of the best option. This bracket can go anywhere you can find. It's meant for switchgear, mirror mounts, stuff like that. But it's not the only option. You do get a little sticky pad as well if you wish to put it on, but I don't really have anywhere to put that either. Minimal instrument cluster on this. So I'm going here. I've got the bolt back through, but I've left it loose just so I can still adjust if necessary at the moment. So that's going to this. Each individual grip has its own plug, which are actually directional. They have an L and an R on, just in case you get them the incorrect way around. And they correlate with plugs in here. And then you've got your main one that goes to your power source, down to your battery, and then obviously that's your controller. I've put the controller on the left side because whilst riding, I want my hand to be firmly on the throttle there. So I can always adjust with my left if needed. So got these power cables. Like I say, this is why I wanted to remove everything. It's not hard. I'd recommend this on yours as well, unless you're not overly adventurous. You know, no pun intended with the grips there. In working on your own machine, but to me, this is a simple setup. Because this is a permanent connection to your battery, this will constantly be getting power. It doesn't mean there'll be a drain because it turns on and off. But just be aware if you knock it. I need to verify because there is a power save mode on it, which intrigues me, and I would like to know. But at some point in its life, I may hardwire this into a Switch Live, get this one and put it into somewhere on the ignition, something like that, just so it doesn't have a constant. So if you can just walk up and press it, and one of your mates is feeling nice that day, he won't flatten your battery for you. So yes, all the wire in the world. Like I said, that goes all the way, pretty much the length of the bike, not including the front wheel. So I'm going to connect these to the battery, which is just down here. I need a very small Allen key to do that. And yes, route this how I like it. I'll probably follow the existing loom up, going through these ties that are already on there. I need to mount the controller as well, because this has got a lot of wire as well. I don't want it all to be bunched up under the tank at the cluster. I might distribute it around. I've got a nice space under my seat, so that's where I'm aiming for to do it, around here with existing wires. Yes, that's the word. Right, so I'm going to carry on, have a fiddle, wire it up, and meet you back here, hopefully, with it practically operational. Okay, we're back. All the wiring is done. Now, I've been really methodical doing this. I've taken my time. I didn't want to end up trapping anything. So all my wires are secure and in place, but they do have a bit of slack. So just remember, don't do anything proper taut, and especially around the handlebars, because you've got to allow for the movement of the lock. So my wires are like tied together, but they're not fixed to the bike in any real manner. So the controller is in place, mounted to that extremely tight brace bar bolt. I've fed them. I followed the cable route, so down the headstock, and past, and then round and under, and kind of followed the loom and the throttle cables and clutch cable and things like that. Because I know that's free from everything. I know the tank's got to go back on, so I don't want to crush anything or trap anything. We then follow the loom around and down and into the battery. I've worked the slack out quite nicely, because you do get, like I say, like a bike's length work for wire, which is very useful. So all the excess is congregated up here, like I wanted to put with the excess wiring. So that's fine. If we get the key, well, we shouldn't need the key because these are directly linked. So we just press that. And we do have power. Let's crank it right up. Give them a second to warm up. So there wasn't a, there's supposedly not a massive draw on these, so they should be suitable for everything. Obviously, I prefer it running, but starting to warm through. But just for a quick test, sorry, like I said, yeah, just flash them up now. So this is the difference between them permanently connected to the battery or switch live. So the bike would need to be on or running to get these to operate, but because they go directly to the battery, you don't. They are. See, with this, I'm using fairly modern technology on an old machine, I may have to start this to get them to their full potential. But they're warming up. I think the power saver indicator is to prevent your battery if they were left on like this. But yeah, they're getting toasty. It does recommend making sure you've got gloves on the really high temperature. They're not meant to be exposed. I'm very excited by this. Right, let's knock them off for a moment. So another thing, these grips are trimmable. These do overextend my bars just slightly, but it's not actually the heated part that is, it's only the rubber. I quite like the aesthetic of them. I don't really want to trim them, so they're not going to cause any harm doing that. So I might leave them on for now. I might get some new end weights, because these were off a previous machine. They're not ever so suited for these bars, and now they stick out more. They're a bit too short, so that's not the end of the world, but we can sort that. So I'm going to get this back together, probably start it, and then I can run these at full capacity. But there, I've spent maybe a couple of hours out here doing this, but as I say, I've been doing it very slowly. I'm very aware. Obviously, please do that, but you probably don't have to take as long as I have. That's the suggestion. You might get it done quicker. You might spend even longer on it. I'm not going to judge your ability or your machine, because I don't have to take off many panels of this. You might have to spend hours stripping your bike in the first place to route everything nicely. So let me get the tank back on, seat back on, we'll fire her up and get these right up to the operating temperature. But as an install goes, it's relatively straightforward. So troopers, we're all back together. I have had the bike running and tested everything. Like I say, they weren't amazing with the ignition off, and I just think that that's the issue with this battery. I've got the biggest battery I possibly can on this bike. It's an AGM one, so it's got all the oomph behind it. But as I said, it's a this is 1990, but it's a 1980s design motorcycle. Probably wasn't meant to be overloaded with all this equipment. So they work when it's running, so when it's charging, there's enough voltage getting up. I've had it on 100%. There's 5 settings. You have 30, 40, 50, 75 and 100%. So that's how the intensity of heat. 100 is like I've used them before on the Ninja 650 over there, has heated grips, and 100 on that, and with gloves on, you can definitely feel it. So I'm just here with my rubber goose shoes on, holding onto the grips, and I can really feel them heating up nicely. So a nice addition to the XT. It'd be good to get back out on it. I'm not one for riding in the frosty, icy conditions, because I don't really want to pick my bike back up. I think I'll be quite sad. But now the weather's turning, and there's a bit more comfort now, and also like long journeys. The general weather conditions are so unpredictable in England. It's just nice if it's a dull day and you're wet and you just want a bit of comfort. Just flick the grips on, I should say, and yeah, warm your hands up. No one likes cold hands. Yeah, very easy kit to install. Like I said, I may hardwire it eventually. For now, will suit me. Like, works perfectly fine. That's how the kit comes recommended. I don't see a problem if I try to do that in the future. What I'm contemplating doing next is converting all the lights on this. I want to go LED to try and compensate for some of that power loss, literal electrical power, to help out things like this. I know they're not going to be run constantly, but just to help the bike out a bit. And the headlight on this is an old 410 12 volt bulb. If you know what one of those are, you're better off having a candle in front of you at night, because you can't see naff all. So be nice to update the headlight a bit, make it a bit brighter. But for now, that's the XT. I've also looked at the petrol tap and fixed that. I had a bit of a seep, so yeah, I had to play with the seal, so that's good. So yeah, we're back to crack on and go back out onto the road. So thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Find us on the Facebook, and I will see you again for the next one.